This is what I call the definition of kind of like poor planning. For you guys that are regular to the channel, I picked up this Bobcat welder about probably close to 3 weeks ago. I found this deal on Marketplace. I messaged the guy as soon as this thing came online and it was posted because it was such a good deal. Since I picked that up about 3 weeks ago, I've been deciding, how am I going to get this out of the truck? I don't even have a way to do it. I've been looking at maybe buying one of the gantry cranes, which I don't want to leave that outside because I need to build a bigger shop, and that may happen this summer. But for right now, I just ended up getting a engine hoist, a 2-ton engine hoist at Harbor Freight, and I'm hoping that we can now lift this up and get it out of here. I'll insert that short video that I did right here. This is my newest purchase off Facebook Marketplace. Bobcat 250. This is a 2018 model. It's got 206. This is everything it came with it. Basically, the guy sold everything he had. It came as a package deal. I'm looking through all these cables, and the guy definitely bought some pretty good stuff. This is the Radnor. It's 1/0, and it says heavy duty Flexiprene, made in the USA. I just had it running, so it should start right up without choke. Well, maybe not. It just keeps getting better. I just dumped all this stuff out, organized the leads, measured them so I could see what I had. It actually is 325 feet of lead. So I got 50, 50, 50, 50, 25, and I got 100 down there. All of these are full. Got 70/18 1/8 inch, 3/32, some 60/11 1/8 inch, and these are 1/8 inch 70/18 Excaliburs. Those are wicked nice. The battery works, everything works. It's not the fuel, so this isn't, I don't think, the brushless one. Gloves, even got some gloves. Got a spare oil filter for the machine, welding helmet, welding jacket. They even threw in that tote and the chain to lift it up. So I could not be more happy. This is a pretty complete kit. Between the welder and that welder's like 6 and some change. This is 200 and some change. This is 800 pounds just in the bed of the truck right now. All right, let's get this stuff out of here. I also picked up a bunch of steel and metal so that we can build a cart for it with wheels. And that's what all this is right here. I've got 2 pieces of 2x2 by 3/16 angle right here, and inside of this is like 20 feet of 5/8 diameter solid round. That's going to be for the axles. Again, this is way more material than I need, but I always buy in full lengths just because overall it's cheaper to buy in full lengths than it is just to buy a little bit at a time. This is the actual original plastic shipping container that this welder gets mounted to, and I just ended up drilling a small hole in it. Just, this has been riding around in the back of my truck, and I wanted to make sure it was secure. Tough guy. Tough guy, huh? Come here, get over here. Come here. Sit. Can you sit? Good boy. Yes. He's 53 pounds now. He's not a puppy anymore. He's 7 months old. Be good. I went with this one for a couple reasons. Here are the specs. They make I think it's a 1-ton and a 2-ton, and I went with the 2-ton. Obviously it holds a little bit more. From the lifting lug, which is right there with that little humped up spot, that's the exhaust, that's the lifting lug. From there to the ground is like 70 inches. This one says it extends up to 90.5. So that'll definitely allow me to be up high enough. So what I'll have to probably do, I think, I don't really know, is have it all the way out, lift it up a little bit to get it off the bed of the truck with it all the way extended, I think, get it back to the edge of the tailgate, then telescope the boom in a little bit so I can lift more weight, and then do it that way, I think. Like I said, I I really wanted to buy the gantry, but I don't have a place to put it, and I don't want to leave it outside to rust. The gantry is basically like a big, huge frame, and it has cables that lift it up and down because it's adjustable in height, and it could go up 12 feet. I legitimately could back in between the gantry with my truck, but like I said, I don't want to leave it outside. So I'm going to hold off on that. Financially, it would have been a better decision for me to buy that gantry. What I'll do is use this for now, keep this undercover because I do have room for this. Then when I build my garage, I'll sell this, buy the gantry, and put the gantry inside my garage. I'm not going to take the welder out today. We'll come back to this tomorrow because we're going to get snow tonight. These are the wheels that I got for it. These are rated at 300 pounds a piece, and these take a 5/8 axle. That's why I have that 5/8 round tube. This thing's heavy. Holy. You know what I think I'll do is lay this on the tailgate, open it up, and then assemble it here on the ground. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That'll work good. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow tomorrow, so I want to get this box out of my truck and get this thing assembled. I'll leave the welder in the back of my truck. That'll be fine. But get this out of my truck, get this undercover, then tomorrow during our snow day, it would be a perfect time to build the base for this that's on wheels. Then we can lift this out, set it on the base on the ground, and wheel it out and be able to move it all around the shop here. See the undercut right along those edges right there. But all in all, it looks pretty good. Definitely got a lot of undercut there. But overall, pretty well built. I'm happy with it. These are pretty handy to have, so who knows. I say I'll sell it, maybe I won't. That's all the way out, and we got to go right to there. So I think that's going to work. Like I said, I'm going to have to lower it down, lift it up a little bit, which is going to kind of drag it back, then I'll be in good shape. So let's try it. Let's lower it a little. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yep, that'll work fine. Oh, wait a minute, what, half ton? That's half a ton's 1,000 pounds. So I don't even have to like move it, right? Because this weighs 600. Half a ton is 2,000. Half of that's 1,000. So I'm all set. Piece of cake. Just put a little chain from that hook down to that, lift it up, and send it. All right. That's better. So that maybe the 1 ton one was a 1/4 ton out here, which would be what, 500? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that would have been 500, which it would have been freighted. I wouldn't be this because this weighs 600. So yeah, we're in good shape. Piece of cake. But like I said, I'm not going to take this off now because I don't have a place to put it. I want to set this down onto the gear that we're going to build in the shop. I'm really liking how slick this is to fold up. You just pull the jib all the way in and pin it, and then pull one of these out here, just like that. Just lift it up. That's it. And put your pin through up here, and this little thing I think keeps it from tipping back. I think. There, Piece of cake. That thing is slick. Nice and compact too. Change of plans. We're not going to build that rack like we talked about. I'm going to use today because it is nice out. It did snow last night, but it is nice out right now. And we're going to get this thing serviced and get it ready. So that way when I do take it off the truck and set it on to our new platform, that'll be next week's episode. We can start it up and it'll be good to go. Alright, let's start with the air cleaner and see how that looks. Make sure we got the right thing. I picked up an entire kit, so hopefully it's the right one. I didn't buy the Miller kit. I actually went to my local small engine dealer and bought a kit for this Kohler motor. It says check oil level before starting. Wash and re-oil the pre-cleaner filter every 25 hours. Change the oil every 100. Yeah, we'll be doing that more often. Place the air filter every 100. Fuel filter. Clean the cooling fins. Change the oil filter every 200. I just do that with every oil change. It's cheap enough. And replace the spark plugs every 500. Well, we've got everything to replace all that stuff, so we're going to do it right now. That's kind of nice. I'll wipe this out too. Make sure there's any gunk not in it. Looks like the right one. Yep. I haven't oiled this. It says to oil this pre-filter, and I haven't done it yet. So. Holy. Thing's pretty clean. Wonder if he just did it. Napa Gold. Yeah, we're not going to put a new filter in this. This has just been done. This is brand new. There's no need replacing this. It's not necessary, and I'll save this one as a spare. But I will clean this up and re-oil it. Using some motorcycle foam filter oil. I love the color of it. I like the smell of it too. It's blue. I dump it on and work it in. You can see I cleaned it up all around here. This is discoloration. That's permanent. That's not coming out. Same thing with in here. So I know it looks kind of ratty, but that's just how it is. Looks like maybe some water might have got down in it at one time and it kind of just sat there and just discolored that. But one of the things that I noticed is the choke cable is right here. So while we're right here, I want to lube this. I'm going to pressure lube this cable because it works good right now and I want to keep it that way. You see there's a little bit of corrosion on that, but I mean it works smooth, but I want to keep it working smooth too. So the best time to get in here and do this and lubricate it is right now while we're right here. So might as well do it. Probably for me, I'll probably only have to do it once or twice for the entire life of this thing, but something that makes a difference, you know. See a lot of people when they do this, they're fighting with the choke lever. I want it to be super silky smooth. When you tighten this down, you're creating a seal against that cable. Then you could just take whatever cable lube of your choice and use it. You could, you know, anything's better than nothing. So you could use WD-40, whatever. This is what I use. It's called Cable Life. No particular reason. It's just what I buy and use. Worked well. Okay, and we just squirt this until it comes out the other end. Started to come out the other side. I'll show you here in a second. Now I can take this apart and put it back together. Now we can attach this cable back in and then put the cable retainer back on it. There's a little bit of just corrosion around this. Cleaned it up a little bit using some Scotch-Brite pad. There. Perfect. All right, now we can do what we set out to do, and that was to check or replace the oil filter. I think this has like a 23 or a 23.5 horsepower twin cylinder engine in it. I think. Okay, that's good. It looks like to drain it, we got to pull that little yellow cap. I think this is probably like my tractor, and then you pull out and turn it maybe. And I don't have any clear hose that I could put on that. Maybe I do. I'll have to see. If not, I might run to the store and pick up some clear hose that'll go over that, because it's just going to make it for future use. Draining this and servicing it so much easier. Then if you look in there, you can see that battery. Those battery connections need to be changed or cleaned up. When I bought it, the guy said, yeah, you probably want to put a new battery in it. And I asked him why. Will it not hold a charge? He said, oh no, it holds a charge. It's just the original battery that came with it. So when he said that, I kind of knew that this guy was kind of particular and meticulous about his stuff, because that's like something I would do, you know, try to replace it before something goes wrong, rather than be in the middle of a project and then have it fail on me and ruin my day and have to spend a whole bunch of time correcting it and finding a battery. So let me go to the store and get a piece of tubing that fits over that. Wanna go for a ride? Finn, you wanna go for a ride? Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Get up. Sit. All right, let's go. Let's see how this is gonna work. Picked up some. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. That's loose in the engine block. If you look right there, you're supposed to turn that counterclockwise and then pull outwards. But when I turn it counterclockwise, watch what happens. The whole thing unthreads. That's not supposed to happen. So we'll have to tighten that up. That's not good. I'm sure glad I checked this, because this came loose and vibrated out of the engine and lost all the oil. That wouldn't be good, would it? It's at the point now where I can at least, I think, pull it out to drain it. There we go. Yeah, it looks a little darker than what I saw on the dipstick. It looked pretty clean on the dipstick, but obviously it was not. So now I think the thing to do is take that fitting off and put some new Teflon tape on it and reseal it up. It's going to make a mess inside that cabinet, but it is what it is. It's got some leaves and stuff in there too. Let me go get my air hose and blow that out of there, and then I can lay some rags down and try to catch it best I can, I guess. While that's right here though, I'll show you how that's supposed to work. Turn it clockwise, pull it out, and then it'll start draining. When you're done, turn it and then turn it clockwise, and then put that little cap over the end of it. They work pretty good. I haven't had any issues, and my tractor one is the same way. All right, it's coming out. Well, I'll tell you, I am some glad that I checked this, because this could have been a disaster. Imagine using this and then not knowing it, and the thing vibrates out and you lose all the oil out of the motor. That would be horrific. Throw a few wraps of this on there and properly tighten it up. Now what I'll try to do is have those things facing up so you can see it. There we go. There. So now when you want to drain it, you can actually see to turn it and then pull it out. And then tighten it. Okay, good. While I'm right here, I had to change the fuel filter too. This isn't really a how-to video. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Whoop. Oh, so that's a little under pressure, kinda. All right, so looks like we gotta do this quickly. Anybody got a light on them? Come on. There we go. I don't know why I'm cleaning this up. just going to get filthy again when I remove the oil filter. But it makes me feel better, I guess. I'll write on the filter and on this filter here how many hours I have on it when I changed it. Pretty particular about that stuff, so if it calls for every 100, I'll probably do it for probably every 50, if not more. I got two options here. I've got a Kohler 1030 synthetic blend engine oil, and I've got conventional 1030 engine oil. I have a Kohler filter that was recommended per the manufacturer for this. This is also a 2018 model, and I also have this, which is the Kohler Pro Performance Oil Filter. After comparing the two and looking at them, they're absolutely identical build-wise, except for the yellow one is a little bit bigger, so it's going to give me a little more filtration. It filters down a little bit further in microns, so it's doing a little bit better job at collecting stuff than this one. But other than that, they're set for the same pressure and everything. So I've decided to go with this filter. I'll be using this from now on in this machine, and whatever it had in it before, I don't know, but I'm going to switch it over to synthetic blend. They say it runs a little bit cooler, and it's a little bit better on cold starts when it's really cool out. So that will be beneficial for me. So when I'm using it in the winter, it'll be a lot better. So I'm going to switch it over to conventional. Still keep the same oil change intervals. I'm not going to change that any. So it says on this filter to fill with new oil to the base of the threads and wait 2 minutes. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And while that's bleeding down, we can remove this. Wow. This is a Napa 1056, which I think is probably size-wise very close to the size of the filter we're actually putting on it right now. All right, what's it say? Tighten 3/4 to 1 turn after the gasket contacts the base. So contacts the base right there. The word Pro is up. So the word Pro is down. Oh. Yeah, that's tight enough. All right, time to put some oil in it. Wonder if I can be good enough to put it in right from here, or do I need a funnel? Oh, look at that. Oh, the wind's kicking up, the wind's kicking up. Oh, the wind's kicking up. Look at that. Didn't even spill a drop. All right, here we go. Let's choke it. Might start hard because we messed with the fuel, so we'll see. Still haven't checked to see if this puts out power or if it welds. Probably ought to find that out, huh? Let's see. That's not good. So I gotta turn this on. Oh yeah, there we go. set the engine hours for the oil change. So let's see, we bring it to run, and we want to go run, idle, run, idle, run, idle, run, idle. There we go. Can you see that? Now we're reset to 100 hours. There. I'm not going to even bother with the spark plugs. It says 500 hours. This thing starts up immediately, so it doesn't have any starting issues. But I do need to clean up the battery, but I'll do that off camera. It's not going to really be anything that you're going to be able to see, because it's just going to be me trying to stick my hands down in there on both sides to try to clean those terminals. And that's all there is to it, guys. It's starting to get a little late, but I wanted to bring you in. I had to do this. I know these last couple of weeks have been just like real quick videos of me taking care of my stuff, but it doesn't get done on its own, so somebody's got to do it. Until next week, I will see you then. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.